The New York Knicks might be about to steal one of the most explosive young wings in basketball for nothing. It is all happening because the Cleveland Cavaliers have run straight into a brutal salary cap crunch. Cleveland recently took part in a massive 5-team sign and trade centered on Peyton Watson. To finalize that deal and fit James Harden on a new 3-year contract, the Cavaliers had to absorb Cam Whitmore. Whitmore carries a salary of $5.5 million for the upcoming season. Cleveland cannot keep that salary on the books without crossing into the first tax apron. Their only solution is to waive and stretch his contract over several seasons to free up room. That single financial maneuver has opened a massive opportunity for the rest of the league. When a team waives a player, every organization in the league has 48 hours to place a waiver claim. Any team that submits a claim must take on his full $5.5 million salary without adjustments. Very few contending teams possess the cap space or trade exceptions required to absorb that money. The New York Knicks do not have the financial flexibility to claim Whitmore directly off waivers. If Whitmore goes unclaimed for 48 hours, his original contract is wiped away. He then becomes an unrestricted free agent capable of signing with any franchise for a veteran minimum. That is where New York becomes the most dangerous destination in the entire association. The Knicks have managed their payroll carefully to maintain valuable space beneath the second tax apron. That flexibility gives them the ability to sign Whitmore on a minimum contract with zero penalty. Many basketball observers believed New York would use their final roster spot on a third center. Depth at center is always useful, but serviceable big men are available throughout the regular season. Finding an elite athlete with top 10 talent at 22 years old on a minimum salary almost never happens. Passing on an athlete of this caliber would be a massive mistake for a team with title hopes. To understand why Whitmore is in this position, you have to examine his entire basketball journey. Entering the 2023 draft out of Villanova, scouts viewed him as a guaranteed lottery pick. He possessed rare explosiveness, incredible strength, and genuine scoring instincts. During the pre-draft process, unexpected reports about medical checks and workouts caused him to slide. The Houston Rockets capitalized on that draft night slide and selected him at pick 20. As a rookie in Houston, Whitmore showed dynamic scoring talent every time he stepped on the court. He attacked the basket with pure power and converted outside shots with real confidence. His second season in Houston brought unexpected struggles and a steep decline in efficiency. Houston decided to move in a different direction and traded him to the Washington Wizards. Washington seemed like an ideal place for a young prospect to find his rhythm without intense pressure. Things deteriorated rapidly under head coach Brian Keefe. Whitmore struggled to move the ball on offense and lacked consistent defensive intensity. The coaching staff removed him from the primary rotation to send a clear developmental message. Before he could earn his spot back, doctors diagnosed him with a blood clot in his shoulder. The medical issue forced him to miss the rest of the 2025 and 2026 season. Whitmore has since recovered completely and is fully cleared for basketball activities. Washington decided they could no longer afford to wait for his game to mature. The Wizards are under massive win-now pressure after acquiring Trae Young and Anthony Davis. Washington committed over $212 million to Young on a 4-year extension. They need dependable role players immediately, which led them to trade Whitmore for Tre Mann. Cleveland only took on Whitmore to balance out the 5-team trade framework. Because of the harsh tax penalties in the new collective bargaining agreement, Cleveland must let him walk. This brings everything back to New York, and why this environment is ideal for Whitmore. The Knicks have developed a stellar track record of revitalizing careers over recent years. They brought in Landry Shamet when his market was quiet and turned him into an impactful rotation piece. They integrated Jordan Clarkson seamlessly, channeling his scoring power into winning team basketball. They also drafted Mohamed Diawara at pick 51 and transformed him into a core contributor. New York has built a culture that holds every single player accountable. When you break down Whitmore on court metrics, the upside is breathtaking. He finished in the 90th percentile across the entire league in transition efficiency. When he runs the floor on a fast break, opposing defenders simply cannot keep him away from the rim. He converted 70% of his attempts at the rim, placing him in the 77th percentile. He also shot 37.5% on spot-up three-point attempts. Wings who can sprint in transition, finish with power, and hit perimeter shots are incredibly valuable. At the same time, Whitmore has clear flaws that explain why he is available on the cheap. He has never played more than 45 games in any single NBA season. His playmaking metrics are among the lowest in modern league history. Whitmore has never ranked above the 6th percentile in assist-to-usage ratio. Once the ball enters his hands, it rarely finds an open teammate on the perimeter. He tends to force tough shots into heavy traffic instead of keeping the offense moving. His defensive awareness and focus have also drifted during his first 3 seasons. In Washington, those bad habits resulted in an immediate benching. In New York, those habits would be addressed directly from day one. The Knicks possess the exact coaching staff and locker room leadership needed to fix those issues. Under head coach Tom Thibodeau, defensive effort is a baseline requirement to see the floor. Whitmore would not be asked to run an offense or carry heavy shot creation responsibilities. His role in New York would be defined with absolute clarity. Sprint hard in transition every single possession. Attack aggressive closeouts with direct drives to the rim. Knock down open corner three-pointers when defenses collapse inside. Play aggressive, physical defense during short 10-minute bursts. If he buys into that focused role, he provides New York with dynamic bench scoring. Think about a tight playoff game where the primary scorers are struggling to find easy looks. An explosive athlete who can generate instant rim pressure can swing momentum in 2 possessions. The financial dynamics make this decision even more compelling for New York. Signing a player to a veteran minimum contract carries virtually zero financial downside. It does not restrict future trades or trigger dangerous tax penalties under the second apron. If Whitmore struggles to adapt or falls back into selfish habits, the team can waive him cleanly. There are no long-term dead cap hits or trade complications to worry about. If the coaching staff unlocks his full potential, New York gains a 22-year-old dynamic wing. This kind of opportunistic roster building is essential in the modern salary cap era. The new tax rules punish expensive rosters and force contending teams to shed young talent. Smart organizations must take advantage when other teams are backed into a corner. Cleveland is paying the price for a bloated payroll by losing a former first-round pick. New York has positioned itself to reap the rewards without taking on any real risk. The 48-hour waiver period will decide where Whitmore goes next. If he clears waivers as expected, the Knicks must make the call without hesitation. It represents the ultimate low-cost bet that could transform their bench into a championship weapon.